Okay, we are
Hello.
live. Hello. Some-
Hello,
we are
everybody.
switching. Yeah, Tuesday we were talking in English now.
No, Tuesday in Spanish, now in English. Now
In
it's.
Spanish, yeah, but I say hello and I start speaking English, and then I was confused. Okay,
Yes.
today English for English
Yes.
speakers. Yeah,
So,
so hello, welcome to another live stream of Voices with Meaning. Now we can do an introduction. We never introduce ourselves. That Mike was telling me that, like, why you never present and introduce yourself at the beginning of the streams? And yeah, we're right. We forget about that. He
that's
was right.
true.
Yes, just in case, because there could be new people there watching. We don't
Yeah.
know. But they
Yep.
just came. They don't know who we are, what we're doing. So today we brought something new, a new
Mhm.
topic that is. I'm gonna read it because I have it here. Small habits that change your life. Hmm,
Oh, yes.
interesting. I need
That's.
that.
Oh, yes. This topic, I think it's very interesting because it shows that you can change your life one step at a time. And I love this topic because it shows the compound effect of little actions that sustained in time give some results. So, wow, love it.
Yes, yes, because sometimes we think that we have to start big, or we put in our head like big goals. Like I wanna be tomorrow. I wanna start going to the gym for 2 hours a day, every single day, and that's something mostly impossible to to even sustain in time. Like you can do it, like you can maintain that routine because
Mhm.
it's a lot.
Yes.
But if you say, okay, I'm gonna do, I don't know, 15 minutes walk, and we start from there, it's easier, little easier. It sounds even little easier and less pressure,
Hmm.
in our head, like. Because I think it's that too. Like we put a lot on us. Like we always want to be so many things. We want to become in so many different aspects. We want to achieve so many
Mm.
things. We want to do everything. It's like all the time, and especially now with the social medias, with the phone, with the internet, like that we see new things or people doing different things all the time, new courses, new this, gym, blah blah. So we want to do everything too. And
Yes, totally. We are in this culture of anxiety. There is so much like this rat race that we have to do everything and we have to do it now and we have to do it
yes.
well, well enough to
Oh, and
succeed.
that's a big pressure and a lot of stress.
Yes,
What
totally.
stress right now thinking about it.
Totally. And it's like exactly in your our body, our nervous system gets deregulated because we are so uh, anxious and nervous and so stressed and tense and we force ourselves to do way too much than our energy allows us to do. That's on one hand, and on the other hand, it's like the expectations that we have are very big. Like if we say, okay, I'm going to go to the gym, we already picture ourselves in this final effect, in this final product of me with this great body, muscles, or whatever. And then we get frustrated because we are not getting there as fast as we imagined. We are already connecting with the final product, and it makes the whole process much more arduous. And at some
Yes.
point, we quit. It's very easy to quit when you look at the final product instead of enjoying the process.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
also, if we look at the final product, whatever it might be, like also learning a new language or a new skill, when I let's say we learn Italian, I want to learn Italian, and I already imagine myself speaking with Italian people, and this makes this makes me frustrated because in the first months you just learn the basic words and you cannot even construct a meaningful conversation. So there is this impatience and
Mhm.
frustration that comes out of it that makes us quit
Yes. Yes, like we want everything now, right now, yesterday, if it's possible.
yesterday. Yes.
We live in a rush constantly. Yeah? Like
Hmm.
we don't enjoy anymore the little things and the moment, what we're doing, and the process, like you said. So that's so
Hmm.
interesting. And talking about that, this this image that we have now sharing here,
Uh-huh.
it talks about small wins, they call it, and I think it's related to what we said because it said the key reason why small habits can make such a big difference in your life is that they provide something called small wins. So you get a small win when you do something good or overcome something difficult. So the small wins are crucial for feeling good about yourself and reaching any goal. So if we do small wins, small processes, small goals, little goals, it's easier to feel better with ourselves, to feel that we made something good, that we are getting there. So we feel good inside. You know, I did it, I made it. But if
Hmm.
when we put big goals and we want everything, like big
Yes.
big wins in 2 days, it's almost impossible most of the time, and that's why, yeah, we can get it and then we quit, and that's it. We don't even
Hmm.
try anymore. So we continue to the next one. Sorry. So we go,
Exactly.
okay, next. What's next?
Uh-huh.
I'm done with
Exact.
this.
Exactly. I like what you said about this, the whole idea of wins. Like we like winning.
Mhm.
We are
We
wired to
all like
win.
winning.
We are programmed to win. Yes. So if we have those big wins are in actually there are very few big wins in our lives. There are much more big frustrations.
Yes.
Why? Because we cannot sustain the changes that lead us to these big wins. So I like this idea here of small wins because it is like reversed engineering. Uh, it, we take the idea of winning, but we make it on a much smaller scale. So we make it that this can be something that I can do today and feel comfortable. Like my goal is to not to go to a gym every day for 1 hour or something, but maybe just do some push-ups at home every day. And actually, if we commit to something that is so easy, like one of the first tips that we can share about creating habits that lead us to those wins, um, it will be related with starting small, starting very small. It must be so small that you can say, come on, it doesn't cost me anything. Like for example, I've heard about the guy who's a psychologist and he's like really investigating the power of habits and small wins. And he said that he had problems for years with gym, and he used all sorts of small habits, technologies, and techniques, and nothing worked until he did something like push-ups. He did 2 push-ups every time. Like that's interesting because actually what he did is he chose a very small habit that is very easy, totally doable, and he linked it with another habit that he's doing every day. And
Oh,
this habit was going to the bathroom. So
oh,
every time he went to the bathroom, because you go to the bathroom many times a day. Uh, so every time he went to the bathroom, after getting out, he did 2 push-ups,
uh-huh. Huh?
and it was very successful because he linked this habit with something that he was already doing. So then it started to become his second nature. It was very easy for them. After a week, it was very easy. So he added more push-ups, and slowly he was stretching himself. He was stretching his own limits, and then after half a year he got results about his muscles got stronger, and he could really measure it, because it was some kind of like an experiment,
Yeah.
scientific experiment. He was measuring the starting point and then the outcomes, and the result was comparable to a person who would go to the gym every day for 1 hour, and he was just doing a couple of push-ups per day, and then it was getting better and better. So in a way, he created a habit
Yeah.
that led him to consisted on very small wins. I have to do 2 push-ups. That's my goal, and then it started
That's
to
interesting because I
grow.
never think about this in this way. I never thought that I could do something like that. I never had that idea before, and it's very like easy. Actually, sounds easy, and it's something that is possible. It seems possible when you look
Mhm.
at it like that. So it's very interesting. This I should
Yeah.
dig a little bit more because habits is something that is so important in many ways, and it affects also in our daily life, affects in our job, in our health, in many aspects of us,
Mhm.
and also is something that it gets us very frustrated all the time because we can do it or we can make what we wanted to do or finish what we started or because yeah we need to start small and it feels good when you can actually do something that you think you make as a goal or something that you want to achieve. It's like when you made it finally, it feels so good and you feel so like light, like oh I did it, you know, I finished,
Yes.
and so that gives you more boost to continue and to go for more after.
Mhm. Totally, totally. This is the magic of small wins, small wins. Like we
Yeah.
feel really good about ourselves when we fulfill our own promises, when we commit to what we wanted to do, and the energy that we liberate is very powerful, and the level of satisfaction goes up. So that we that's why they say that small habits have the power of compound growth. It means that you are not growing like this in a steady way, but you go when you start at the beginning, it goes steadily, but then it goes wow way up.
Hmm.
And this is because it like you're every time you do what you promise yourself to do, you feel better about yourself, so you want to do more, and then it becomes when you learn how to sustain a habit, and then it just goes up and up and up because it makes you feel better about yourself and you want to do more and more of it. So yeah, that's
Yes.
works like magic, but in reality it's science.
Yes, but also I think it's important to be like truthful with yourself, like to actually think, okay, what I want to do now, what is my new habit that I want to start, or my small changes that I want to do right now in my life. But when you put it there on the table, be real with you, like, okay, how much I can do from this, that I'm gonna be able to do it to
Mhm.
maintain. Let's say I want to do this from now forever, for the rest of my life. I wanna, or I have some health problems, and the doctor told me I need to start walking, and I never walked before. Okay, so I don't like to walk. I never walked before. I hate walking. For me, it's boring or whatever. Okay, so what can I do about that? Realistically talking, that it can change the habit of moving, or it can change my health or improve my health, but I had to be real with me and have a real talk. Like I can
Mhm.
lie to myself, otherwise I will do it one day and that's it. So also I think it's important to talk with the truth to yourself, like okay, I
Yes.
can walk, let's say I can start moving in my house, no walking yet. I'm gonna start just those 5 minutes videos that they just move arms, legs, jump a little bit, or dance, or I don't know, I like to dance. Okay, I'm gonna start dancing. That I can do. Okay, yeah, it's 5 minutes. Okay, I can do it. So I'm gonna start with that. And then I think
That
it's important to know yourself, also to know what you're capable of, what you can actually be able or you will maintain, and it's
mm,
something that you can sustain in time, and you're not gonna quit fast, so you can actually make it a habit, because you need they say no 40 days to become a habit, like you have to repeat an action. That's what they
they
say.
say some people say it's 21 days for the brain to rewire. Other people say it's 40 days.
Yeah.
But then right now I think science disagrees. They say there's no such a point that
or
works for
maybe it's
everyone.
different.
Because
Yeah.
yes, there is a point in our life when we in the habit development when we uh, start when it becomes second nature, and we do
Mhm.
it without any effort, without thinking about it.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
the way to this point can take time that varies from person to person. So
Mhm.
that's why it's such a personal journey, but
Yes.
it's very very rewarding.
Yeah, I
And
believe also that. I think it's a personal, like everything, no, in life.
mhm,
Like we all do different and in our own time. So also, when you were talking about small wins and the description that you were giving before, it came to my head that also it's important small wins for who. It has to be just for you, not comparing yourself with other people, or I'm
mhm,
winning comparing with this, or this person is doing this, I'm gonna do this, or looking to the side all the time. So
yes.
it has to be a win for you. It's just for yourself. It's a solo competition. There is no
Mhm.
other competitors. It's just you with you.
And how important this is, because actually, yeah, we tend to compare ourselves with other people, and that's why the gym group motivation doesn't work so well,
Yeah.
because you go to the gym and with a friend, and then you see your friend getting better or faster or higher at whatever you are doing, and you start and you compare with yourself with your friend. Then you look around, and we always have this bias, this negative bias, because when you look at the group at all the people in the gym, you only see people who are better than you. You don't look at people who are worse than you. You don't care about them, because you always look to compare yourself with somebody who is higher in
I know.
the ladder that you want to climb. So you find those people who are way better than you are, and you say, "Oh no, It is not for this is not for me. I will never be as good as they." And then it's like this self talk that talks you to quit.
Yes. Yes, I
So
don't know
so
why
yes.
we tend to do that all the time. We want to be at the level of other people, or better than other people, or
Hmm.
the same as all. Like we are all different. We all have our time. We all have different body structure, different, I don't know, everything, different timings,
Hmm.
different health issues. Everything is different, so we can never go at the same, or better. It will be sometimes, maybe you will be, there is always somebody better, somebody worse.
Of
But if
course.
you look around, yeah, you're gonna find better and worse always. But that's why, what's the point to be looking on the side? Like, yeah, so I'm better than other people, I'm worse than other people, and I'm gonna be all the time like that, up down, better, worse, better, worse. And
Hmm.
so when I'm gonna start looking at myself, and when I'm gonna focus on me, so I
Yes,
lose myself in that case, looking around.
exactly. Because when we look around, we give our power to the external reality, and this is the best way to lose our energy. When you give power to somebody else or something else, then you lose control over your life, and you start this negative self-talk about how bad you are at something, and this is not for you, and all these things. So I think, yeah, putting yourself as your main competitor or your only competitor is the way to 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 get out of this competition rat race. And also, I think, well, when I think about this rat race, where does it come from? It already comes from our upbringing. Apart from some wiring of our brain, I think also in our upbringing, we teach our children to compete. It's like, look how far the other one is. Go, go, go faster. And we always like motivate them to look at the other children and
Yes.
regulate in this way. Look, when you cry, look at your friend. Look how calm she is. Look
Yes.
how well she behaves. Why can't you be like her? So there's
Yes.
always
Even
this
with the siblings too. Like, yeah,
Mhm.
look at your sister, look at your brother, look at all the
Yes,
time. Yeah.
totally. So there is this conditioning very early in our childhood that starts there, and later we when we have teens at home, we start to say, "Oh, don't compare, but don't think about the others. Why do you care what the others say?" But it was us who conditioned them, who programmed them when they were little to do it. So it's also interesting to bear that in mind for all those who have children or or nephews or nieces to
Teachers,
or yes,
educators.
or the educators. Yes, yes, exactly. To observe this, to be conscious of uh, what am I motivating my child to do? Am I comparing him or her with somebody else? And like just to start observing it and deciding what is time to shut our mouth, because sometimes we just have to say, okay, it's better to be quiet than to say something that can program our child in in this way that of comparing, of being always looking on the external reality and not checking with ourselves, not
Yeah,
listening
that's
with to
true.
ourselves.
Many times I do that to my kids, and yeah, and after I'm like, oops,
Mhm.
what did I
Yes,
say?
because we do it because it's natural. We also learn that way. So it's a whole journey of rewiring our brain first and noticing when we are doing it, and then again it's like habit, habit
Yeah.
transformation, habit creation. We uh, we have to become aware that we are doing it and when, and then slowly we can start to eradicate it and change it, switch it with something else.
Yes, but that's nice because we have the power to change anything. Like,
Hmm.
like we can change our reality and the way we live right now.
Yes,
Starting small, little baby steps, and that's gonna bring a big change in our life.
totally,
So
totally.
we have to start. So it's important also to start and not saying, okay, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, I'm gonna do it next week. I'm always preparing for that moment.
Exactly.
But when you have a little goal, something little, something easy to do, okay, today I want to do one thing, one change. I want to change something or start with a new a habit today. Only one thing at a time and small.
Hmm.
So it's easy, and I don't need to say, okay, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, or today the weather is not the best, or today. So there is nothing around that can stop us to do it. So because sometimes we are like that too. The mind starts, oh, because no, today's
Hmm.
raining, I don't feel like going to the
Yes,
gym. Oh, I can walk because it's raining, so I'm gonna stay home. I'm gonna go tomorrow. So I stay home eating
yes,
because it's raining instead of going
exactly.
for work.
That's why it is. That's why it is very good to take away any possible obstacles when we want to create a new habit. And this can be like this: when you want to walk in the morning, wake up and go outside and walk, and but then when your obstacle is that I'm not sure what I should wear, so
Yeah,
prepare your clothes and
yeah.
put them next to your bed. I'm sorry.
Yes, or you need to wake up Let's
Mhm.
say, it's too early. Let's say I said to myself, tomorrow I'm gonna start walking at 6 a.m. because at 7 I had to start preparing the kids for school. So it has to be at 6. There is no
Uh-huh.
other.
Yeah.
And then next day I'm gonna be, oh, it's too early. I can wake up. Oh, my alarm sound, and I didn't feel like, oh, I was too lazy. So why putting
Mhm.
yourself also in a place that making it that hard for you? If you are a person that don't like to wake up early and you're more like a sleepy one, then why you set the time at 6 a.m. if you know that you're not gonna wake up at 6 a.m.
Exactly.
So
That's the way we sabotage ourselves before we start.
yeah, yeah,
Just by
something more
putting.
reasonable.
Yes. Yes, yes, totally.
So
And
yeah,
and
it's a good
also,
idea. Like prepare the day before. Also think, okay, at
mhm,
6, no, it's not a good time. Okay, what time I'm free or I have the time to do it, that is not gonna be nothing in between or stopping me to go out. Okay, at 7 p.m. Okay, 7 p.m. is a good time, the kids are not home or whatever. And then clothing, I never went for walk before, I don't do exercise at all, so I don't know what to wear. Okay, so let's see what I have in my closet, let's take it out.
yes,
Let's get any shoes. Okay, what shoes I have? Okay, so done.
yes,
Clothing
yes.
ready, timing ready. Okay, now what? I
Mhm.
want to prepare a playlist, so my walking is more like nicer, and I enjoy it better. Okay, so let's prepare few through 2 3 songs. I don't know that I like, that gives me energy, that I like to hear.
Mhm.
So it's
Exactly.
good
Like
to
prepare everything in a way that you have no other choice but just to follow your own lead. You wake up and you just go.
no
And
excuses.
there's no mental decision to make because this is also the problem that our mind loves inventing different scenarios and stories and things like stories that make you doubt about the plan that you planned a day before. So also this to like limit to zero the mental distractions. So any decision that I have to make, if I can make it beforehand, it's better. Like this with it seems very silly to think about clothes, but this is what often stops us. Like, oh, I don't know I don't know where my shoes are. I don't know where my where is the t-shirt that I wanted to wear, and it makes us it delays the activity, and it already gives us the space, the mental space to start thinking, the temperature is not right, and maybe I will first do something else, and yes. So finally, we quit the activity before we started because of these mental distractions. And here, I really know what I'm talking about because I'm an expert in mental distractions.
Yes. No, with the exercise and gym talking, me too. I would love to be in the gym every single day of my life because I believe in self care and doing exercise, especially at my age. I think it's a must. It's not like negotiable. But yeah, I don't like too much to do that type of exercise. So I'm always
Mm,
looking for excuses to not do it.
yeah,
So I
me too.
can clean the whole house. I don't know. I can go for walks, but I don't want to go to the gym.
Hmm. It
So
happens to
okay,
me too.
we have to find another way then to move. Like
Yeah.
obviously there is a lot of options today, especially like talking about exercise or body working out. There is so many things that we can do today, like calisthenia, yoga. I
Mm,
don't know, so many options too. So many ways of moving the body. Videos in on internet to do at home. You don't even need to dress
hmm.
up. Like
Yes,
so many options. So I
yes.
guess
Like
we have to find our option.
there are no excuses, but it's just the way to design the activity in a way that works for me.
Yeah.
I think that's the key. When you were talking about waking up in the morning, I remember that back when I was a young mother, my child was very little, I was doing yoga
Mhm.
practice at 6 o'clock in the morning.
I
And it was
remember.
it was Ashtanga yoga, yeah, Ashtanga in the group. They were it was a very motivated group. They really wanted to. They were already 5:45. They were already in the queuing up to the gate of the school, and with their mats ready to practice. And for me, it was so hard to practice in the morning because I didn't feel good later. I felt tired the whole day.
Hmm.
So also
Maybe
realize
it
that
wasn't for you. Yeah. Some
yes, it
people
was, or
gets
maybe.
better in the morning, moving in the morning. Me too. When I
Hmm.
do exercise in the morning, I feel after more tired. It's
Hmm.
it doesn't, it gives me energy for a little time, and then after I'm like, I want to sleep.
Yes, yes. Remember the time when we were doing Pilates?
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
we were both so tired.
Yes, it was a very good exercise. I enjoyed doing it. But then,
Hmm.
and I when I was coming back from to my house, I felt so good. But then it was at 10 a.m., isn't it? I think it was
Yes,
at
yes.
10
It
a.m.
was
And then
early in the
around
morning.
noon, I was already sleeping. Like I didn't want to do nothing else. Like
Mm-hmm.
for my day was done. Like
Yeah.
I was so lazy to continue the day after.
Yes, and that make the habit not sustainable in time because
Yeah,
maybe at some point you just get to some break point that you don't feel tired anymore. But it took too long to wait to wait for this moment, and we quit before because I couldn't go on with my day. It
yeah.
was
I
very
know
hard.
it was
So
hard. Yeah.
designing it for as
Also,
a night activity, it might have worked better
yeah,
because
possibly.
you practice and you get tired, you go home and you go to bed earlier. So
Yeah.
there's win-win-win.
You have to find your time. Some people also
Hmm.
like to exercise at night because they get hyper and they can
Yeah.
sleep. Or, so it's up to you. Everybody is different.
Yeah.
So you have to find your time, your way. Also try. You know? You can
Hmm.
tell, tomorrow I'm gonna go early. I'm gonna try how I feel, how it works, and then another day you can go, okay, at, I don't know, 3 p.m. or 8 p.m. and try too till you find the time and the way or the trail that you like to go for walk. You can also go to different places. If you get bored walking in the same place or looking at the same, I don't know, houses or streets, sometimes it happened to me. In the past, I used to go for a walk in a square that was a little square, and
Hmm.
I was bored already to see the same street because I had to do like 10 spins around the square, like 10 times the same street, the same houses, the same,
Mm.
so I was getting bored and I didn't want to finish. So at some point I quit because I didn't want to go there anymore. I wanted something different. So also it's something that you can try. You can look for a place. I don't know, here where we live, we have so many nice trails, so we are
Mm.
lucky. We have
Yes,
beautiful
yes.
places to walk through,
We
so
have the
so
mountains
it's
close
like
by. Yeah,
yes,
there are no excuses, but still. But still, so it's so important to get to know ourselves and to listen to our body and differentiate what our bodies needs
yeah.
from the excuses, from our mental excuses. Say what is what I really need, and then check it. What is it I need to do, or what conditions do I need to meet to be able to do this, to to start this habit.
And also why? What is the motivating me to do this? Like why I want to do this? That's very important.
Hmm. Paula, I can hear you. I think you have to correct your microphone.
Yeah. Okay. No,
No.
no.
Yes, now yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Like that.
Something happened with your microphone.
Yes. So I was saying that it's important also why you want to do that.
Hmm.
Like why I want to work out. Why do I need this or not? Do I want to do it or not? And why? If I say yes, then why? I want to be, I don't know, Olympic competitor. I want to be just healthy. I want to just get rid of some disease that I'm going through, some health issues that I want to get over, or I don't know. Like you have to see why you're doing that, and also being realistic with the goals too. Like,
Oh
okay,
yeah.
tomorrow I want to have. So I start the gym because I want to have a Pamela Anderson's body. And I look at myself and I say, okay, maybe I can do it, but why I want to have her body, why I want to look like her, like how long it can take me to do that, how many hours a day of exercise, am I willing to do it or not? Is it
Mm.
necessary to look like her, or I can maybe get a better outlooking of just myself, like more healthy and just a little bit better shape? So being more realistic, like I
Mhm.
can say, I don't know.
It's it's so important what you are saying right now, because if we if we don't have we if we don't really know what our why is, why or what for, the habit will never be sustainable in time, will never be consistent, because if and also it works as a test. If I really struggle with doing something, with sustaining a habit, it means that my why is not strong enough. It means that, or maybe it is, but I don't have it very aware, I don't have it very,
Yeah.
it's not clear for me.
Mhm.
Because with for example, with sports,
Mhm.
my health is very important for me, but mentally, in for my mind, when I just think
Yeah.
about it, but then I don't show it with my life, because I don't sustain those habits that make me feel better. So it's also important to be like brutally honest with ourselves and saying, okay, what is really important for me and why, and what am I showing with my life, that is
Mhm.
where is my priority right now, and not the mental priority, because my mental priority is always health, is we always put it on the in the first place, but then we don't act like this, like if we did, we act the other way.
Yes.
so so it is important to say, okay, what really is my priority, just to be aware right now, what is my priority, where is where does my energy go,
Yes.
what I choose to do if I have free time. And then when we are brutally honest, we can start changing it. I remember one example, a very good example, of this what for exercise, because if you ask what for, you need to really dig into it. Like, for example, there's this woman who wanted to be a very good typist. She was writing on computer, and her goal was to write, to be the best typist in the company. She wanted
Mm.
to write very, very quick, and she was thinking about like exercising the fingers, doing some sort of exercise and practice in the after hours, do things to be better typist. But then she was asked, why do you want, what for? And she said, because I need money.
Mm.
Okay, why do you need money, what for? um and this was hard to say, because, well, we always need money, but say,
Yes.
if you had the amount of money that you want, what would you do? And she said, I would bring my mom from California to New York, where she
Mm.
was. Okay, what for? And then she started saying that, for what was important for her is that her mom was living in this old family house that belonged to her family for ages, but she was alone there, and she couldn't. She needed assistance, so she wanted her mother to come and live with her in New York, and she also wanted her to move with all the family heirloom, with all the things that they had that were from generations,
Mm.
and that was her real
Purpose.
vision of the life and the purpose. She wanted to have have her mother with her, so that the mother is they live together. The mother is taking care of her children also, and the family heirloom is in one place. So in a way, she wanted to unite the family. This was her reason, her what for.
Yes.
And being the typist was just the means to get to it. And it was not strong enough. It was not strong enough as an intention, as a motivation. And also, she only then she could realize that she can get she can get there doing something else. Like, she doesn't need to be the fastest typist ever. She can change a job. She can find talk with somebody to make those things happen. Talk with friends to help her mother move. Maybe money was not that important to fulfill this dream. So many times it happens that we put our objective, but the reason is very deeper, is much more profound. And when we get to what is our real motivation, we can find that actually we don't need to do this habit that we don't like so much. We can find something else to get to this objective.
Yes, it's like open up like a new opportunities and new changes when you actually know exactly why you wanna why, what do
Hmm.
you want and what for.
Yes,
And
exactly.
then you can see other options maybe. Like, yes, many times we are like stuck with one way of doing things, and we don't even think about other ways. There
Hmm.
is the options are infinite. Like there is so many outside, so many possibilities. But many times we are just stuck in what we do every day or what we know. Like we don't even
Hmm.
think about changing or going to try something else or do it in a different way. Because okay, I do this for already 20 years. This is what I do. I do it this way. I wake up at this time. I start like this, and I go so like a routine that I already have, schedule routine, and all like with timing and ways or how it works for me
Hmm.
or it worked till now for 20 years. And okay, so maybe 20 years, in 20 years, you're still the same person, you still have the same life, you still have the same goals, the same, I don't know, people around you or things that you want to do or try or you, probably not. So why you still doing the same exact thing with the same time at the same day, the same work, same everything for past 20 years?
Exactly. Like, we are very prone to do routine. We have habits. We are creatures of habits. So sometimes we have habits that we don't question anymore, and we don't understand why we keep doing what we are doing. So reframing it, questioning ourselves: why am I doing this? What for? And okay, I'm doing this to get fit. What for? Why do I want to get fit? I want to get fit because, and then like start to question everything until I get to the point, and then I can check. Okay, is it still valid for me, or do I want to do some change?
Yes.
You have. I'm
I
reading
changed it
to.
because the other one was talking a little bit similar to what we already said. So,
Uh huh.
so I switched to the next one.
Okay. What does
So
it
this one
say?
says small habits can change your life because they work from the inside out. They don't attack your life with force. They quietly reshape your identity, your mindset, and your daily direction. That's interesting.
Hmm.
So
They
I
work from inside out.
yes, it's
Hmm.
like also when you I think no I'm thinking of this when you get to do something or you achieve a new goal, it's like your like it says identity change or the mindset too, like first you already know that you can do it, that is possible. So now we say yes, mine. And then the identity. Before you were, let's say, a lazy person. Now you are a fit person, or I don't know, a healthy person, or whatever. Or before you never read a book in your life, and now you started reading. So now you are a person that reads books and enjoy it.
Mhm.
So a whole new you come out, no, from the new habits too.
And it's so important. And also, it's important. They say they don't attack your life with force. Um, I think here it talks about our subconscious mind, because we have our conscious mind, which is the reasoning part of our brain, and then we have unconscious mind that is responsible for all the functions of our organism that keep us alive, like breathing, digesting, and giving birth to a child, like all things like that. And also this system of inside our mind that wants to keep us safe at any cost. So it is responsible for survival, for our survival. And when we survive when we keep doing things that we were doing so far, because if we were doing it and we are still alive, it means that they worked. It doesn't matter if they are nice or not nice. It's just the subconscious mind is very minimalist. If it works in keeping you alive, then let's go with it. And it is very afraid of any change. That's why every time you want to make a big change, there is something inside us that gets scared and that wants to stop us. Why? Because it is new. And if it's new, if we don't have reference, if we don't know what happens, it might be dangerous. And we want to avoid danger at all costs. That's why our mind can sabotage us. It can talk us into not doing any changes because it is afraid. That's why small habits are so important, because in some way I have to cheat on my subconscious mind, so that it doesn't detect any danger. Just saying, okay, it's okay, I'm not going to the gym, I will just do some push-ups. I will do 2 push-ups. Come on. It doesn't make any difference. And this is how we change. And then a week later, I can do 3 push-ups because we already did 2. Nothing happens if I add 1 more. So it is very important for the habits to be small, to start small, because this is the way that our conscious mind is working together with our unconscious mind. And it says,
I was reading the next in my mind, because to see if it has something to do with it. Everything is related with everything.
Oh yes.
But again, talking about big and small changes or goals, it says big goals feels overwhelming. And yes, the time that you start thinking about big goals, you are overwhelmed already.
Yes.
Small habits are feel doable. So yes, it's like what we're talking the whole time. And when something feels easy, you don't resist it, like you just said. Your mind doesn't resist to something easy or similar to what we already do in this case.
Yes.
And when you don't resist it, you actually begin. Starting is the 80% of the battle already.
Oh yes.
That's a lot.
Yes.
So,
and that's so true.
and if we think that it's something little, it's a lot.
You know, I was investigating a program, a diet program that actually works, and I was checking what they have that is so different. And actually, it works on the small habit routine. It's like 8-week program, when they every week they take out something, a small thing from your diet, and they replace it with something similar. So actually, it works in this way. Like, you don't realize that you are changing your habits. And also, it's interesting how they start, because the first week of the program on this diet is you have to eat everything that you always want to eat and you never allow yourself to eat. And this is the moment when everyone's like, "What? I started a diet, not a week
Like,
of eating
why?
whatever I want."
Like, can I eat chocolate? Am
Yes,
I allowed to eat
yeah,
chocolate?
chocolate, cream, eat everything, and then they have an interesting logic behind it because they say that every time we start at something new, we have this excitement that goes away after 1 week.
Yes,
And
true.
if we start with this if this excitement is our only fuel, it will burn out sooner than we expect. That's why they want this initial excitement to go away after 1 week, because you do the opposite. You eat everything, and you get demotivated a little bit, but then you really can connect with your true goal. So I don't know. It was
Interesting.
kind of interesting approach. I will have to check if it works for me.
You
Well,
have to try. Why
yes,
not?
yes. Knowing myself, I would stop on the first week.
Even when
I
you can eat
like
everything.
I like this diet.
No, 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 it's not for me either. Like, yeah, I can do little changes in this
Hmm.
matter too. Like for me, for example, this works. Like only little changes in the diet respect. Like I can do, okay, today I'm gonna eat more fruits because I never eat fruits. Okay, 2 fruits today, and that's it.
Hmm.
That's all I do. And then I eat the same that I eat every day the rest of the day.
Hmm.
And then
Yes.
tomorrow, instead of fruits, I'm gonna do salad. One salad
Uh-huh.
in one of the 2 meals that I eat. Okay, the one I am gonna add salad. So my idea is to eat healthier for now. It's just changing the way I eat to something better for my body and treat
Hmm.
myself better. And then
And
if losing weight or extra rewarding comes, it's extra, but it's not what
hmm.
I'm looking for. So for me that works because I try my whole life on doing diets, different type of diets. And here in Argentina, we're famous for our diets. Everybody is on some diet with a name: the moon diet, the sun diet, the I don't know, the astronaut diet. Like
A
so
lot
many
of that.
names and so many weird things that you need to do, like eating one lettuce per day. I don't know who will
Yeah.
survive with that. So no, no, I try everything, and maybe because I try so many weird things, I can't do that anymore. And for me, diet, the word means those things, weird things. So I'm
Hmm.
against that, and I'm not doing that. So what I'm doing is just a healthy diet and taking care of my
Hmm.
body. That's it. That's the name I put it. So it feels better and easier to make.
And that's perfect because you found your balance. You found what works for you and for your body, and it's just like switching a little something here, a little something there. It makes all the difference.
Yes. Okay,
Okay.
so this one it says perfection, just to read because it's something that
Mhm.
we perfection kills progress. Yes, if you want to be perfect,
Mhm.
like Pamela Anderson, like I put in the example before. For me,
Yeah.
she has a beautiful body, so that's why I put her as an example. Like I will never be like her because I'm a different person. So
Mhm.
that
Of
would
course.
kill my progress.
And it's okay. There's nothing
You
wrong
finish
with not
there.
being Pamela Anderson.
A tiny habit is so simple that your perfectionism has nothing to fight because it's
Mm.
something little. It's a psychological trick. Just 2 minutes doesn't activate fear,
Here.
excuses, or self-doubt, like you were saying
Exactly.
before. So
Wow.
yes, we were talking a little bit like the next one before, saying that when we like our brain already changed when we decide to do little changes, and
Mhm.
so we also change the way we see ourselves and the way we feel or we define ourselves. So that's very important as a life wise, no? Like when we
Mhm.
wanna add to our life something new, if we know, like we said, why, what for, then that gives us a lot of power, like inner power, and it gives a purpose, and it gives a like a boost, like a very big power inside, and it changes the way we see ourselves right away.
Hmm.
So that's
Exactly.
very, very important to think about that sometimes, and see where we're standing and where we want to get, what we want to do. So what we can adjust a little bit to get to the goal, and why we want to get there.
Hmm.
What for? Like I said, it's better what for than why, but I always say why.
Hmm.
So every time you perform small habits, your brain says, I'm someone who takes action. I'm someone who follows through. I'm someone who cares about myself, or so many I'm someone. It can be
Hmm.
anything. So identity drives behaviors more than motivation. Small habits change who you believe you are. And when your identity shift, your entire life start moving differently.
Totally true. So, who you are when you're performing an exercise, for example, is very different than who you are when you're not doing it.
Yeah.
And when you start identifying yourself with that, it changes. Like I am somebody who is, I am a fit person. I am a fit person. If I say it, then I have to act as a fit person. So identification is much stronger than motivation. That they say, "Oh, I will do something." No, I am a fit person, and a fit person goes to the gym or takes care of, or does exercise.
Yeah, I
So
think this topic that it can go to so many like branches, and it's a
yes,
ending. So obviously,
totally.
yeah, we're gonna continue after. But I'm saying it's like I I thought it's gonna be a little shorter, but I can see that it's like going like more and more and
Hmm.
more deep in,
Yes.
deep in. So I guess we can. And I prepare so many like
Uh-huh. Yeah,
images and presentations.
mhm.
So
We are
I guess
running out of time, so whenever you
yes,
feel like
we're
it, we
gonna.
can finish. I like to ask
Yeah.
to you guys, question to you guys. What do
Yes,
you
we were
think
just
about
talking,
this?
talking, talking because it's like,
Yes.
like we were so into today in the topic
Mm-hmm.
that we didn't even say hello, thank you for following, nothing. We were just
Yeah.
that, that, that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So now is the perfect time.
Yes.
Thank you for being
Before we
here.
leave.
Thank you for following us, and we really appreciate. We are just starting here. We are learning uh, all the secrets of these talks, live talks in stream. So we appreciate every comment, every opinion, suggestion, and tip. Thank you very much for being here.
Okay, thank you. And maybe just to leave something to do, like we always do,
Hmm.
but today we didn't say
The
nothing for you to do,
call
like the
to action.
call to action. So maybe you can think about some little change or little habit that you want to start, something very, very small that you can do today or tomorrow, like today or tomorrow, no more than that. So
Mhm.
what you want to change in any aspect, like you want to start reading, you want to start using less your phone, you want to start spending more time with your kids, you want to start working a little less or more, or anything. So think about your day, what you do every day, okay, where you want to change something, and just pick one little thing. Like I
Mhm.
want to spend 15 minutes more with my kids today. Okay, that's it.
Yes.
So something very little.
It will be
And see
very
how it
easy,
goes. Yes,
like ridiculously easy. That will be the
okay, okay,
condition.
so thank you. That's it for
Thank you,
today.
guys. See you
See you
next time.
Tuesday. Yes, next time we're gonna talk about this again, but in Spanish. So
Yes.
we're gonna bring more. We're gonna continue, but for Spanish speakers. So see you Tuesday.
Okay. See
Okay,
you.
bye bye. Thank you.
Bye.